Welcome to part 2 of similar figures. This should be a short one for us because this is a pretty simple question. They were very nice to us here, but I do want you to work it out like I do and show the work. Even though you probably could do this one, some of you could probably just look at that and figure out what the answer is. I want to make sure you can connect the proportion to the problem here, all right, because the numbers won't always be this nice for us. This is a logo for an electronics store, and it's made out of similar trapezoids. Okay, so we need to be aware that they gave us this word. The trapezoids here are similar, meaning that the sides are proportional. That means sides are proportional. And you need to know that because the question says, what is the length of the missing measure? Which is right here. It's kind of hard to see on my screen, but hopefully you can see it on your paper. You're trying to find the value of that x right there. So even if you know what the answer is, let's pretend that you don't, and let's apply what we learned in the previous video. What we learned in the previous video is that if it's proportional, I can set up corresponding sides. Now here's something that you have to observe about this picture as I looked at it. Right here, let's take a look here where it's 4. There's actually two lengths that are 4. There's this length right here, and then there's this length on this side here. So those are both 4. It's like they just sliced it. So you got 4 on this side and 4 on this side. It's the same measure. Okay, so I can say that x corresponds with 4. If I want to make my life nice and easy, I can say that this x here corresponds with this 4 here. Okay, because these two trapezoids are similar, so I can say x over 4, those are corresponding sides of proportional shapes. X over 4 is equal to, well, how about I take the 4, which is this one, which corresponds with this 8 right here. You see what I'm saying right there? That's 8 and that's also 8, but I know that this side corresponds with that side. So I can say x over 4 is equal to 4 over 8, and some of you probably can already see the answer because they made the math really easy for you. But like I said, I would like you to apply what we've learned because I'm going to change those numbers and make it not always quite so nice for you. Okay, you're going to have decimals or things in there, and you're going to have to be able to set up this proportion and solve it like this. Divide both sides by 8. And that value of x would be 2 units of whatever, because they don't tell us if it's centimeters or whatnot. And you should be able to look at this and see that it makes sense as they make the cuts. It looks like they're dividing each one by 2. So 16, 8, 4, 2 would make sense for us. But the key is that you understand how to create the proportion for you. And guess what? That's all we got. So you should be happy. All right, bring that information to class, and we will roll with that next time I see you. Have a good night.